Hello, my name is Yi. I'm a rising senior in nuclear engineering and radiological science from University of Michigan. This summer, I did research with a French graduate student Guillaume under Dr. Marek Flaska and Professor Sara Pozzi. Our project is to rank 4 different digitizers by their pulse shape discrimination performance for neutron and gamma pulses. And I'm responsible for the investigation of baseline fluctuation. Digitizer is a very important device in radiation lab. However, researchers have little idea on which digitizer has better PSD performance. Our project is very important because it is to provide a reliable guide for choosing a proper digitizer. 4 common digitizers are under investigation. This picture shows you half of the measurement setup. In the picture, the dark red stuff on the gray sponge is radiation source californium-252. It emits both neutron and gamma rays. The metal cylinder on the left of the source is liquid scintillation detector. It responds to both neutron and gammas and converts the radiation signal to analog electric pulses. Through the cable, the analog signals are then transmitted to the digitizer, which is a red box on the top of this picture. The digitizer transforms the incoming signal to digital ones. Finally, all the information from the digitizer is saved in the computer for PSD analysis. Here's a picture of me doing the measurement. You can see most of the setups in this picture. Because liquid scintillation detector responds to both neutron and gamma rays, PSD is needed to tell them apart. This picture shows 1 gamma and 1 neutron pulse. We can see that the pulses can be separated because neutron pulses decay more slowly. To make use of this characteristic, we compute the area under the tail and the area under the whole pulse. And here's a plot of the tail and total area for 200,000 pulses. We can see 2 beams on this plot. The upper one is for neutron and the lower one is for gamma. We can put a line between these 2 beams to discriminate these 2 kinds of radiation. However, at lower energy, which corresponds to the lower part of this plot, the 2 beams mix with each other and it is hard to discriminate the pulses. The reason that we need good PSD is to better discriminate neutron and gamma at lower energy. To compare the PSD performance of different digitizer, we plot the ratio of the tail area to the total area. On the left is a scatter of this ratio, and on the right is a fitting for this scatter. The red peak corresponds to the counts from gamma, while the green peak corresponds to the count from neutron. We then calculate FOM from the plot. FOM is a parameter to characterize a system's pulse shape discrimination ability between neutron and gamma signals. The details of the calculation is printed on this slide. The larger the FOM is, the better the PSD performance of that digitizer. To get a reliable FOM, we need to solve the problem of baseline fluctuation. And I'm responsible for this problem. Baseline is the initial part of the pulse before the trigger. However, the problem is some pulses have very fuzzy baseline. Its position also shifts from pulse to pulse. To begin the investigation, for each digitizer, I plot the average position of baseline position for each measurement. The details of the calculation is printed on this slide. This plot shows you the average baseline position from V1720. It has a linear trend. I plot a linear fit to it, and it is good. I also plot another linear fit after I exclude 3 abnormal points, which is indicated by the blue line. And this linear fit is even better. Here is the average baseline position from V1751, 1 GHz one. It has an interesting random behavior. Here's a plot from V1751 2 GHz one. the baseline position has a decreasing behavior. Here are some general conclusions from my preliminary investigation. I'll continue working with the group to work on the baseline correction methods to solve the baseline fluctuation. And here are some results from my investigation. Finally, I would like to thank Professor Sara Pozzi for providing me with a chance to work with her group. I would also like to thank Dr. Marek Flaska and the French graduate student Guillaume for their help they gave me during this summer research. Thank you.